Personally, LawWorks means a great deal to me. It's a big chunk of my life, but more importantly, I think it's a big chunk of the legal profession's life now. It's an enabler, really. It gives the opportunity for lawyers who want to do good to actually deliver something. And I've spent a lot of time listening to lawyers who like the idea of doing good things, but often don't know how to do it. And I think as an organisation that takes that enthusiasm and turns it into something real, and more importantly does something useful for people who really cannot afford any form of legal support, is very important. And I think we do that. That's what it means to me.
Pro bono plays a really important part in the legal system. It provides legal representation for the most vulnerable in our society, and it ensures that no individual and no group is left out of the legal system. In other words, it really does provide access to justice.
The people and organisations that we help are particularly vulnerable individuals, people who fall in through the cracks in the system. Either they're not eligible for legal aid, or they can't afford to pay for legal help. Those people they often come to us and say that they're at the end of their tether, they just need legal help. In terms of the community groups we help, usually small charities, enabling them to help other people.
The range of activity at LawWorks I think is quite extraordinary, and when I talk to people who are not involved at LawWorks, it's the thing that they find most surprising. I think we have to maintain the broadest possible range of legal advice projects, and that's in order to tempt as many lawyers as possible to work with us and to reach as many possible different parts of the community in need.
I suppose when we first started, the idea was, this was kind of for litigation lawyers going down to law centres and CABs and the like in the evening, and we've come a long way from that. So transactional lawyers, much opportunity around for assisting small community groups and charities in the work that they do. That's particularly appealing for in-house lawyers, and they have been a great source of support for LawWorks.
LawWorks works with the very best lawyers within the profession. We're lucky to work with lawyers from cradle to grave, so we're working with law schools and law students at the very start of their career, right through to the other end with senior partners and even retired lawyers continuing on and doing pro bono work once they've left the profession.
We also help to build capacity in a wider system by helping community groups whose goal is to help individuals as well. So actually the impact of what LawWorks does is really significant.
And I am privileged to head up a team of people who are innovative and imaginative and dedicated, and it's that ability to think on their feet and work up a project that's going to have the most effect for the most people that makes what we do so exciting and rewarding.
I think there's a fantastic opportunity for lawyers to get involved in pro bono now. There is a structure there that makes it easy for them to engage. I think as an organisation we've been very careful not to preach and tell people that this is what they ought to do. There are people who won't want to do pro bono, that's their decision. There are so many things that a lawyer can gain from doing pro bono work. Not just sort of satisfaction and that they're doing good, but developmental learning through giving advice to people at a stage of their careers that they may not get that opportunity in private practice, to learning skills that will take a longer time to acquire through the commercial world, to dealing with people that they just wouldn't get to deal with otherwise, and that broadens their experience, broadens their minds, and I think it makes them better lawyers.
We are LawWorks. I am optimistic that this will happen because it's impossible to do this job and not be optimistic.